Most folks are just looking for a hand. All you gotta do is...
I'm pleased we were assigned to the same team. I think we can learn a lot from each other.
What?
Do you need
Hey.
something?
There you
monsieur?
are. I almost thought you forgot about me.
You're blocking my light, man.
Yeah?
Entertainment's down the stairs.
Yeah?
Need a place to stay? Try Hotel Rexford.
Hell of a load you're carrying. Better sell some to Daisy before someone swipes it.
Just need a man who's man enough. I got arms. Just need a man who's man.
What? You need something to take the edge off? Fred Allen, Hotel Rexford. He'll hook you up.
Running from something. Welcome home.
Peace, brother.
Charlie.
We got beer. You ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
Yo, do you know Imogene Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kinda balmy. Ain't seen her in a while, though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! This guy wants a word.
What's the matter, handsome? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
I love the song. It was perfect.
Oh, well, thank you. A girl tries her best. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. It's your eyes. Quick and intense. I bet you never miss a detail, You like what you see? So what brings a man like you to my part of town?
What do you think?
We're all trying to forget something, are we? I think you and I are gonna get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
Do you know Imogene Cabot?
Imogene? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
She's missing, and her family's worried about her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seems like a body that could use looking after.
Do you know where she's gone?
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Imogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible. Pam, would you come over here a minute?
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this fine gentleman here was just looking for Imogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Imogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Imogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fella. Huh?
Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons.
This light is inhibiting my vision.
you decide to change your life today?
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Step right this way and I'll be happy to tell you all about our movement and how you can be a part of it.
I'm looking for Imogene Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Imogene is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
What's she doing here? Is she...
Actually, she and I are, you know, romantically involved. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
You're not holding her prisoner, are you?
No, she's not a prisoner. She's just locked in her room until she calms down. She was acting crazy, threatening to run off. You know how women can get.
Somebody do something!
Certainly wasn't expecting something like this.
Hi.
I haven't forgotten that you wanted to find out. We call ourselves,
Yeah?
but we're growing fast. Step right.
I'm looking for Imogene Cabot.
I already told.
You're not holding her prisoner.
No, she was acting.
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
I highly suggest you let us speak to her.
Look, the truth is, we had a little, disagreement about her joining the movement. She got kind of violent. So I locked her in there until I could figure out what to do with her. If you're willing to take her off my hands, let me unlock the door for you, and then she's all yours. I've got to warn you. She's way stronger than she looks. I've got to warn you. She's way...
Welcome.
I haven't forgotten that you wanted to find out. But we're growing fast.
Yeah.
Step.
I'm looking for Imogene Cabot.
I already...
You're not holding her prisoner, are you?
I certainly
No,
wasn't
she was
expecting
acting.
something like this.
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense.
I highly suggest you...
We call ourselves the Pillars of the Community. We're a pretty new movement, so you may not have heard of us. But we're growing. Step right this...
Sounds good.
Well, that's just fantastic. Don't be shy. We call ourselves the Pillars of the...
Yeah.
But we're... Step...
I'm looking for Imogene Cabot.
I already...
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
I highly suggest...
We call ourselves the Pillars of... But step...
I'm looking for Imogene Cabot.
I already...
Sure. I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
I highly suggest...
We call ourselves the Pillars of the Community. But we're...
I'm looking for Emma Jean Cabot. I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
I highly suggest you let us speak to her.
Look, the truth is, we had a little, so I lost. If you're willing to take her, I've got to warn you. She's way stronger than she looks. It took all of us combined to even get her locked up in there.
Welcome.
Listening to a performance here would have been extraordinary.
She's all yours, neighbor. We don't have anything to talk about.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone a bit younger.
You really know how to flatter a lady, don't you? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's younger sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Jack has a serum that reverses aging?
It's more like it halts aging. I started taking it when I was 32, so normally that's what I look like. You'll see once I get my treatment. I was well known as one of the belles of Boston society, back when there was any.
What happens if you don't get more serum?
Oh, I don't think we need to worry about that. I've gone without a treatment much longer before with no lasting effect.
Actually, there's only one vial of the serum left. Raiders got the rest.
I'd better get home before Mother convinces Jack that she needs all of it. That he could still be such a mama's boy at his age is ridiculous. I'm so disappointed in Thomas. He seemed so interesting at first. But after we came here, he turned out to be just another brute. He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Need anything before we go?
No. I didn't bring anything worth taking with me. Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
This space is far too organized to be unoccupied.
You should talk to Brother Thomas about how to join our movement.
Amazing.
Edward, switch over
It's as if
to the
time
heart
itself has
modulator.
avoided this place.
Copy.
Now, how's this?
Oh, that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
All right.
Inside?
Hopefully there's something useful
Can you keep
here.
them out of the basement?
Just a
I'm
bunch
trying,
of junk.
Jack.
What a
I've
waste
never
of
seen
time.
raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway, right there. Sorry, things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office, elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in. Edward! Ah! There's no signal at all. I've Lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
I found Emma Jean. She's fine.
Oh, yes, good.
Thank God. At least one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right? Here. I hope that's the right amount. Now, we really need to focus on the current emergency.
How can you be so callous about your sister's safety?
I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
What exactly does this serum do?
I suppose it's time you knew. The main benefit of the serum is to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old. But it also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole. It increases strength and resistance to all kinds of physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
Where do you get this serum from?
My father, Lorenzo Cabot, is confined in Parsons. He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an archaeological dig in Arabia. He gained various seemingly paranormal powers, as well as becoming increasingly irrational and violent. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him, for his own safety, as well as ours.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling him all this?
In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me, but if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities.
We'd better get to Parsons right away, then.
Exactly right. Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Got it.
Good. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious... battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And